I am Curran Bhatia. Welcome to New York City. We're here at the official press conference for the Ring Magazine Times Square card. We have a lot of big names in action. Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez. They're all going to be in action Friday night, May 2nd. It's coming to you live from Times Square. We're going to take you inside. We're going to talk to people involved in the event. We're going to get you ready for this huge card. Stay with us. Curran Bhatia here with Sugar Shane Mosley. Shane, we know you're here with Team Haney. What's the prepping like for Devin Haney?
Haney looks amazing. He's sharp and he's ready to go. So there's not really much to do. Just he's just ready to get in the ring and do what he does best.
You were involved in some huge boxing events in your day. Obviously Floyd Mayweather, so many others. What is this event, this big event in Times Square and this card? Where does this rank for you in terms of being involved in?
I think this is a really big card, as something that's never been done before, Times Square, and it's definitely going to be historical.
Absolutely. We could see the crowd, for Devin Haney, it was some support, some not. Devin Haney's become a polarizing figure in boxing, What do you think about where Devin Haney is at in his career and what he can achieve?
Oh, Devin can go really, really far right now. I think that he's changed in his boxing ability. It's different from when they seen him fight last time. Like he's a totally different fighter, mentality-wise. I think that the camp in Big Bear, where he went, helped him out to be actually a better fighter. And you guys are going to really see the difference when you see him fight. It's going to be amazing.
The first fight with Ryan Garcia, we saw what happened there. Obviously, it was changed. The loss taken away from Devin Haney. What do you make of that first fight with Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney?
I thought Ryan Garcia did a good job of throwing his left hook and getting the shots in they need to, and getting Devin to fight his type of fight. And I think that it'll be a totally different story next time.
That was my last question for you. If Ryan is successful, if Dev's they're probably going to have a rematch. What's going to happen in the rematch? Totally
different fight. It look really different. And Devin's very sharp. Devin looks very good right now and very strong. You're going to see a different Devin when he fights.
Well, hopefully it happens. Enjoy the fights. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Curran Bhatia here with Gerry Cooney. Gerry, we're here on Fight Week.
Yeah, it's great.
There's going to be a big fight in Times Square, outdoors. You fought outdoors before. What are your thoughts on this event?
Let me tell you a story, okay? Let me tell you something. Back in 1981, I'm fighting Kenny Norton in the Garden. Do you know what we did?
What'd you do?
We set up a ring at Times Square outside at noon. And there was thousands and thousands of people there. He trained, he sparred, I trained, and we sparred. This is old hat here. This has been done before. And we had a great time. Yeah. Everybody showed up, supported us, and we had a great fight. Obviously, I was in a little better shape. I hit Norton on the chin, he went to sleep, and I went home early.
There you go. There you have it. What was it like just being in Times Square? You've experienced that. What was that like, just training in there and being there?
At that particular time, it's getting close to the fight, so you're not really focused on what it's like being in Times Square. Yeah. You're focusing on how's the fight going to run? Yeah. What's it going to go? You're going through your head. You're running through your head. I tell the story all the time that you're in the dressing room and the door opens up and says, "Cooney, you're next." And the first thing you say is, "Oh shit." And you get these butterflies. Then you walk down this empty corridor, and then they open the doors to the arena, and then the magic happens. You just figure it out. And you get in the ring and you play. Obviously, you make adjustments here and there, but for me, I'm looking to touch the guy in the rib, hit him on the chin, slow him down. You see the expression change in his eyes. And I'm starting to see boxing coming back. I just heard De La Hoya and all those guys that are going to virtual. Oh, man, I tell you what, it's just so great to see those guys. His hand is coming back, and boxing is big. It's big. We miss it on CBS, NBC, ABC. A lot of the young kids that used to go to the Olympics, it's from watching fights on the free channels. Mm-hmm. It's gone.
What do you think about, like we said, you fought outside before. What about the elements, right? It's really nice weather, right? This time of year in New York. Anything that's a little bit different for fighters to think about?
You think? I thought it was 120 degrees in Vegas.
That was Caesars outdoor, right? Yeah. The outdoor arena in Caesars.
They built a 35,000 seat or 32,000 seat stadium in the parking lot, and it was the greatest experience in the world. And I remember I got dropped in the second round by Holmes. And I said, what in the hell are you doing here? I got up and fought back. And we had a great fight. We're great friends. The fight game's been very good to me. I'm still involved. I'm still on Sirius XM. And I love the fighters. This guy over here, De La Hoya, he still thinks he can fight. And I think he can too. He's got a lot of fight in him. And he's got great fighters with him. And I see he's made some kind of peace with Canelo Alvarez, which they didn't like each other too much. I guess you have to in the fight game. It's a small business, right?
Absolutely. And with this card, we know there's a lot of young stars in this card. Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez. Anyone that sticks out to you from the group of fighters that's fighting this weekend that's like, you think can be that next big star in boxing?
Well, I mean, obviously, we got Ryan Garcia, who's a great fighter, great puncher. And he's kind of surprised me a couple of times in his career. And is his mind okay? Sometimes you get that pressure, the pandemic came, all that stuff. But he's 52. Listen, Haney's got to prove himself. You got, what's his name is fighting in the tough fight? Lopez has got a tough fight. He's fighting Ramirez, I think, right?
He's fighting Barboza, right?
Barboza, excuse me. That's just the same. Yeah. So we're going to see some great fights. They're not playing. They're putting the fights on for us to see. And the only thing that scares me somewhat is that they're putting the whole division on in one night. Boxing people have to be frustrated for months before they get to fight. They're just putting them on, paying them the money and putting them on. Yeah. So I don't know how that's going to work out in the long run. But boxing is a great sport. We love it. Who knows what's going to happen with this big company with the WWF and
the TKO group coming together, getting into boxing.
How's that going to work out? Yep. I'm hoping it's got three big personalities. And one's giving the money away. The other guy's a little tight, I think. We'll have to wait and see. I think it's going to there's going to be a correction in the fight game. They're not going to give all that money away. It's going to have to fight for it. And what's going to happen to the WBC, the WBA, the IBF? What happens? Do they take over that? Do they go out of business? So we're just waiting to see what's going to happen. But anyway, we're seeing some great fights. I love it. I would love to be at the fights this weekend. I doubt I will be, but I'll be home watching it in the front row.
A lot of big fights this weekend. We talked about the card here in New York. Canelo Skull is going on in Saudi Arabia. Inoue is fighting in Vegas. So a lot of great fights coming up. I'm curious of your thoughts on, we were just talking about earlier, Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. What are your thoughts about Jake Paul getting into boxing? He fought Tyson, obviously. He's fighting Chavez Jr. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think Jake Paul's made a nice decision because, Chavez we don't know where he's at. He could be talking to his father putting the fight in him. If that's the case, maybe he can come back, but he's been inactive so long. So I don't know. It's interesting.
In terms of your career, you were able to build a following, right, and get fans to support you. Would you have any advice to younger fighters who are coming up? How do they build that following, get that support?
Let me tell you something, right? So in my career, I had a couple of guys, real estate guys, who were managing me, and we had King. I wouldn't sign with King because they told me I shouldn't, and I didn't want to because he raped and robbed all these guys, right? So what happens? I don't get the fights I need, the 4 or 5 fights I need to be ready for Holmes. That's on one hand. The other hand is most of those guys today, they're walking on their heels, and they're struggling. They don't know, and hopefully they have saved money. And so I feel a blessing. Some way I was saved from that. And the young kids today, we got to teach defense, and you have to be defensive to be strong. Punch with your body. They're forgetting. They're leaning in with their heads. Their hands are down. Nothing good comes from that in the long run, except you struggle. So you got to really get a couple of good teachers back and teach the game for what it's supposed to be worth. Hands up. Protect yourself, man. Lean back out of the pocket. Use the punches from outside. Then you come in and you punch. And then hold on and get out, right? You want to fight me?
I was going to say, you should be a trainer.
Go, baby.
Lastly, if people want to follow you, where should they can tune into Sirius XM, right?
XM, channel 156 every Monday, every Friday from 3 to 5 with Randy Gordon at the fights. I also on Gerry Cooney. So listen, stick with this game. It's great. It's coming along. I mean, I love everything I'm seeing here today. Ortiz, I love that kid, man. He's a beast.
Special kid.
Confidence. Give me the next best guy. They say, you want to? Yeah, I'll fight that guy. Oh, yeah, I'll fight that guy. That's rare. And De La Hoya was just like that.
Yep.
They'll
Fight all comers, right?
everybody.
Yep.
And I really love that about him too. He's another guy, and he was a warrior with no war when he got out, and then he gets into the professional ranks and takes a while to develop that harmony that you're used to. And he's put him in there with the tough guys. Hey, hold on a second, put him in there. They'll learn, right? Thank you, bro.
Thank you so much, gentleman. Gerry Cooney. Enjoy the fights.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you so much. Curran Bhatia here with Bill Haney. Bill, we had a wild press conference. It was fun up there. What was the experience like for you?
I mean, listen, it's been a long day. I'm happy to be on here with Ask the Experts. 48 hours from now, we're in the fight of our life. You know what I mean? It's the most important fight that we have to get through, and we're ready. We're confident. As you see with Devin, he looks good. And that's it.
Brought in Sugar Shane Mosley into camp to help. How has Sugar Shane been helping with this camp?
He's brought a lot to the table. You could imagine presence alone would be enough with just bringing him, but he brought so much more, and you'll see it on fight night. Devin is a combination of all the great fighters, and the ones that we know that are great have followed and learned from several great fighters, and that's what you'll see, a combination.
Absolutely, and it feels like the energy was building towards maybe a rematch with Devin and Ryan. Is that something that you'd like to see in the future?
Of course, way in the back of my mind, of course, it's there. But right now, it's 48 hours, and why think about Ryan when you have Jose Ramirez?
And can I ask you, this event in Times Square, we haven't seen anything like this in a long time. What does it mean for you to be part of this event, historic event, in the middle of Times Square? I mean, it's very unprecedented.
Well, I mean, it's iconic, it's historical, but the way that Turkey Al-Sheikh is taking care of us, we would have did it in the backyard, anywhere. That's just the way it is.
And just to close it out, everything that you've done with your son, seeing him here on this platform, on such a big platform, I know you're proud, but can you put it into words what this is like?
Words can't explain it. There's no words. The one word I can say is mashallah.
Bill Haney, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Curran Bhatia here with Bruce Shushu Carrington. You just witnessed the press conference. Yeah. It was loud, intense. What were your takeaways from the press conference?
Man, it's a spectacle. I mean, you have nothing but personality up there with Ryan Garcia, Rolly, Devin, and Teofimo Lopez. I feel like this is the perfect event to be had in a perfect space on a perfect card. It's just a match made in heaven.
It really is. It's going to be a great event. Times Square on Friday night, Ring Magazine card. Your last fight, we saw you March 29th. You took care of business early.
Yes.
What's next for Shushu Carrington?
Man, like you said, I took care of business pretty early against a guy that's never been stopped. Just want to continue to make statements. I'm looking to fight again in July. I've been shooting for world champions. I've been, sending offers to all of those guys, all four of them. And I feel like at this point right now, they're not really showing much interest to fight me, and I'm showing all the interest to fight them. So it's just, I just got to just continue to just stay on my path, put my head down and keep working, and then when the time comes for them to fight me, the time will come.
We know, obviously, in boxing, there's politics involved, contracts, all of that. If none of that was involved, if you had your pick, who would you want next?
I would love to fight Nick Ball. Nick Ball is on the top of my list of guys I want to fight. I just love his style. He's just like a real rugged, tough guy. He shows a lot of heart, and he doesn't back down, bro. And that right there, I think I give him the most respect because of his fighting style out of everybody in the division.
We know that you're representing New York. We see the Yankees cap there.
You see it?
We got the boxing card in the middle of Times Square, in the heart of New York.
Yeah.
Yankees and Mets, had success recently. We know the New York Knicks. What do you think about? We don't have to talk about football right now, but eventually. What do you think about New York sports? Though it's having a moment, right?
Yeah, no, we're definitely on we're definitely at a high, especially for the last few years. It's amazing right now, and then all of the teams that you just mentioned, and then now we have this big event going on this weekend on Friday. I feel like it's just so much energy just being poured into New York to where we're feeding off of it, and that we're just showing up and then giving everybody what they want. So I just really am enjoying the whole spectatorship of this whole thing, man. I really love it.
Absolutely. So close it out. Your fans, your supporters, what's your final message and how can people follow you, connect with you, and continue to follow your progress?
Man, listen, always keep your eye on the Shoo Shoo Show because you never know. You guys can follow me on my Instagram, Bruce_Carrington, my Twitter, B_Carrington1, and make sure next time you watch me fight, don't blink.
There you have it. Bruce Shoo Shoo Carrington back in action soon. Thank you so much for the time. Appreciate you. Thank you. We got you ready for the big card. It's all going down Friday, May 2nd from Times Square, Ring Magazine. It's on the DAZN pay-per-view. Big boxing weekend ahead. Thank you so much for being with us. I am Curran Bhatia.